So today we'll be discussing on this Spotify app that we have come up to we're working with today. And then for this, we I started out with some kind of like this is the how it looks like. There's a user in the app, and then you have the player, and then you have the sidebars, and you have the header, and then you get the login of the user, and so this is the what we'll be designing with the Spotify app. And so as you can see, these are all the components we have. One is called a player, one is a reducer. So in the player we have, we have designed this. We start off with doing a RFCP, and then we make the function, and then we start adding stuff to it like this. We made a function player, and then we added div that's like player body, and we're passing the Spotify function, and that's going through three component like body and footer and sidebar. So all these three things are being running at the same time for the player. And this is how it will look like. You have the play button here, and then you have your list of all the your playlist with all the songs, and then on the left you have the mumbo jumbo, and then you have the search bar, home, your library, and then you can all the list of your songs populate on the left, your like songs, and then on the top you have your login Spotify, your image. You logged in as this person, so you based on that image. And then we have things like the header, which is very important because we have stuff going on like search for artist and all those. We have a search bar, and then here in the header we're passing the user. We're using dispatch function and storing it as use state value. So use state value is how we're passing the user through, and then we're displaying the name and the image of the user here. And then we have the reducer, which is it is the set user, and then you have the these are your CSS scripting with the header left, where we have the flex 0.5, background color white, padding 10, color gray, align item center. And when the header is go to the left, then you do this input, then you make the width 100. If it goes to the right, then you make margin left 10 pixel. So these are some of the things we can add to make it look nice and make it visible over there. See, I'm a sidebar, so this is how it will look like. When you log in, it shows that you're a sidebar, and then this is where all the errors are populating at the bottom. And then you have use effect, use state. So we're using some of those functions here in the slider. We have the search button and all these things. And then we have the Spotify API we're passing through, and then this will allow us to do the whole sign out and sign in and library, look for the library and stuff. And then here we have in there where we're showing the list of all the playlists. Right here we are showing the list of songs are being shown here. We have the API we're making, and then like I said, all the search bar stuff going on. And here you can see inside the slider where your library and your functions are being shown. So here we finally how we're trying to make it look like. On the left you can see when we have home button, search bar, your library. On the right we have the name of the person who's logging in. So you make the guy log in, and then you it shows your images. And this is how when you do the authentication with the Spotify server, this is how that looks like, and those kind of stuff. Then finally we have the Spotify provider. Here we have the APIs we're setting up. We have the access token, and when it expires, then we tell them log in, log out, and do the next auth and all these things. We have the login, we have the callbacks going on, and user login, access token stuff going on. In the app, we have all the my app page props and components being passed through, and the components and sessions being created. Here in the index, we have the whole sidebar, center, and all those things that we're adding. The login is where we do the sign in, sign out, and here in the body we have, this is where all the stuff happens. We're getting the playlist, discover weekly. So this is how it will look like when it populates. All those lists will be shown. The list of all the songs, weekly songs will be shown here, and so we'll show the playlist, and this is how we get it out. Discover weekly description and images of all the weekly songs, and get my track right here. Dispatch those things in the track. We pass it like the play, we pass it the URI Spotify playlist, and then we get the current playlist track, and then we set all the items there using dot then. And here we get the maps of the items and song row. We show the place. Here we have finally we have the dependency we have. You can see we're using the next React right there. Next where we have React, React DOM, and we have Spotify Web API node here. This is the thing we're using, the Web API node that we're definitely using as dependencies to make this. So thanks for your time today. We might make a part 2 on if we want to add some more things to it. But that was thanks for your time. And hopefully give us some like and subscribe so we continue to make more videos and help you with designing new apps like the market.